Welcome to Dragon's Lair Update, the only show dedicated to Howard Community College's athletic programs. You'll see highlights of the biggest games, hear from coaches and players, plus meet Stefan Dragonoff in this month's Dragon Close-Up. We'll start with a rematch of last year's Region 20 final. Howard squares off against Montgomery College. Will the Dragons survive a tough road test, or will Montgomery College avenge last year's championship loss to Howard? Bruce Hoosier has more on this pivotal Region 20 matchup.
The Dragons are fresh off a character win over Hartford. After letting in an early goal, Coach Dragonoff's squad battled back to upset the defending Maryland JUCO champions. Montgomery College enters the match ranked 8th in the nation. Samir Diarra leads the Raptors offense. The speed and skill of Diarra will put Howard's young back line to the test. The Dragons and Raptors face off next. Let's go to the highlights. First half, Montgomery College is threatening early. Dangerous ball from Jorge Martinez. Irving Nemi with a header. The Raptors are unable to capitalize. A one-on-one battle along the end line results in a corner kick for MC. Kevin Andino sends it in. Brandon McCoy hits the post. Castro fires, but hits it flush off the near post. Howard catches a break. Less than 8 minutes remaining in the half. The Raptors' attack continues to bring pressure. Emmanuel Samal picks out Samir Diarra. Harold Ortega Daza beats him to the ball. Montgomery College loses possession. Jose Leyva goes long looking for Michelle Aldeweg. Howard is suddenly in the driver's seat. Aldeweg scores! Clinical strike from the freshman out of Kuwait. Here you see Aldeweg win the one-on-one matchup and lift it above the keeper. Second half, here's a chance for Montgomery College. Martinez gets away with a handball and sends it inside to Andrew Thron. Big time save from Ortega Daza. 35 minutes remaining, the Raptors continue to control possession. Long pass ahead to McCoy. Ortega Daza vacates the box and comes up huge with a clear. Diarra gets it to Nick Castro. Castro back to Diarra. It bounces outside. Brandon Myers protects the lead with a crucial slide tackle. Claude Matan breaks up the pass. Patrick Otuge regains possession for Howard. Here come the Dragons on the counterattack. Mouton beats the fullback and charges ahead. The defender stays on him, gets a leg on the pass. Aldeweg sends it back for Max Grauman. Tremendous left foot shot from Grauman. Howard picks up a big win on the road. Let's go to Terrell Blackwell for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
What was it like? You know, you're playing in your own end a lot, but you guys were playing really hard, strong defense. Tell me what was going through your head.
We had a game plan from the start. Coach, he saw Montgomery play before, and he had developed a game plan that planned to neutralize their two forwards who were their main attacking threats. So we had two defenders on them, neutralizing them, outside defenders neutralizing the crossing abilities of the outside mids, and we just played our game, and that's how we won the game.
And Harold, they had quite a few corners in a row, and you were doing a great job holding down, keeping your defense in front of you positioned properly. Tell me what was going through your head around then.
I mean, coach is always telling us, always practicing with me on corners, push up, you know, take control. So that's what I did. I mean, push up my defense and then just come in and punch the ball away. That's what I got to do.
And Patrick, when you guys were counterattacking, and that's how we got our 2 goals. Tell me a little bit about how you kind of developed that counterattack.
Well, I think the second half it was hard to keep the ball for us, but we did a good job on staying compact in the back and trying to be focused when we get the ball and not stress out when we get it.
For Dragon's Lair Update, I'm Terrell Blackwell.
It's a pleasure to welcome head coach Stefan Dragonoff. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
What was your strategy going into the game against Montgomery College?
We usually study our opponents before we play with them, so we had a clear idea how they play, where their strengths are and where their weaknesses are. So we took a little more defensive strategy against them. And based on this strategy, we were just waiting for our moment. We kind of little packed in front of our goal, and we were, like I said, we were waiting for the moment to hit them first. We were lucky to get the first goal, and it was just same at the second half. We were waiting for our moment to get the second goal and pull the win away from them.
Coach, how does winning back-to-back Region 20 championships play into the next season, which is this season with this year's team?
Well, all the new players, they're well aware with the strength and how powerful our program is, and they're well aware with the pressure that will be on them. I think we have a very good chance to be winners again. We're looking forward to it. We're working hard to get there and make another trip to Herkimer.
Now, as a coach, you lost the top 2 scorers in the nation last year. What adjustments have you made this year?
David and Blaze, they were just exceptional players. They were just 2 great players, and they have their place in our program and our history. But we don't have to live with the history. We're working hard to make some adjustment and make sure we will be able to pull as many goals as we need to get the win done.
Tell me more about this year's team.
A very young team. We have 4 or 5 players from Carroll County, similar number from Baltimore and Prince George County. Few international students. As I said, little inexperienced players, but I think with the games so far, with their commitment and their attitudes, I think it's a very quality group, and I'm looking forward to work with them.
Now, who are your team captains, and what do they bring to your program?
2 players from last year, Adam and Patrick. They had a great contribution for the success from last year, and they carried the team very well. I've seen their leadership kind of helping me a lot, this group to be well organized. And I think they're doing a very good job organizing the team and lead the team to some good wins.
How have you changed as a coach over the years, coaching at the community college level?
Of course, the experience is on my side now, and you know, helps me a lot to deal with the different situation that could be down in the road. But again, the experience, my experience with the pro level, and now the 9 years with the college, I'm considered, man, as a veteran coach.
You know, I'd like to think that Howard Community College is a well-respected program now, and they have to watch out for your program, especially with your name, Dragonoff Dragons. I mean, it just matches. It just fits.
I think so. That's why you hired me for the job, head coach of the program.
Well, I wish you continued success, and I look forward to watching your teams play this year, Coach.
Thank you, Dan.
Up next, we'll talk women's volleyball. Head coach Mike Kasapis joins us after the break.
Your plans for college were put on hold for service, family, job demands. But you know a college degree can help you reach your goals. You know now is the time. Howard Community College can get you there. With convenient evening or weekend classes, online courses, and special collaborations, you can earn an associate's or even a bachelor's degree. Visit our website today, www.howardcc.edu/getthere.
Welcome back. Women's volleyball season is underway, and the Dragons are undefeated through their first 10 matches. Joining me in the studio is head coach Mike Kasapis. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Has your team's early dominance surprised you this year?
No, not at all. We've started building a foundation in August on something that cannot be stopped and will not be stopped. My players have worked hard in practice. They've got determination, will, and a great team chemistry.
Can you tell me a little bit about this year's team and your players?
Well, the players, we have 3 returning sophomores. The rest are incoming freshmen. All the girls have stepped up. That's the neat thing about the team. There's not one girl that dominates on the team. Everybody is contributing.
How important is a setter in the sport of volleyball?
Extremely important. A setter can be compared to a quarterback in a football team. They call the plays. They make sure the continuity on the court is good. They're an extension of the coaching staff on the court. And it's important to the coach that we have that relationship with them. Stephanie, our setter this year, is dynamic. She has me grinning from ear to ear. her leadership skills on the court, her confidence, and her passion is immeasurable out there, and she is contagious. The girls love her, and she just is contagious with everybody out there.
Tell me a little bit about your volleyball system. You talk about the system. Your kids have to fit into your system. What does that mean?
Well, we run a very dynamic and balanced offense and defense. 6 girls on the court have to act as one, movement act as one. Our offense is quick and explosive, and we like to run a lot of misdirection plays, especially with Stephanie. She's got that strength and the leadership on the court that we run a lot of misdirection, where the defense may think we're setting the ball in one spot and it goes the opposite way. So we're misleading the blockers and going so we get some seams that we can hit some balls and get some kills in.
What do you think about, well, actually your logo, do you have a team logo or a team theme this year?
We have a team theme this year. The key ingredient to success is the rest of the team. On the court we have an energy in, energy out that we run. When we win a point, the girls come together, they're very energetic, they're very loud, and they're touchy. They touch the girls, and a lot of congratulating going on very quick, and then they get back to their positions. In the event that we lose a point, they still come together, there's still a lot of touch, and we make sure that there's a lot of eye contact. We feel that's important, especially to the person that aired the point, to look at them in the eye and let them know that's okay, we're behind them.
Coach, what is it going to take to remain undefeated with your game at Essex on the road?
I think continuing what we've done. We've played them 3 times already. Number 14 on the team has presented a problem to us. She's our outside hitter. We are serving to take them out of system so they can't get the ball to her on the first touch and the first contact. We want the other hitters to come up against them. And we're also working on a triple block to take care of that. So we're very confident.
Up next, the Dragons put their undefeated record on the line against Essex. Will Howard make short work of the Knights, or will Essex pull off the upset? Bruce Hoosier has the call. Let's go to the highlight.
First set, Essex serving Howard. The Dragons get into their system. The hard hit from Heather Reed puts Howard on the board. Elise Ponchione on the serve. It's controlled by Essex. Taylor Franks blocked by Victoria Johnson. Stephanie Kelly puts it away on the second contact. 11-4 Howard. Later in the first set, the spike is dug up by Reed. Kelly attacks the soft spot in the defense. A front row battle erupts between Johnson and Desiree Moore. Strong finish from Victoria Johnson. Howard continues to pound away. Stephanie Kelly sends it outside to Reed. The Dragons dominate the first set and win it 25-8. We're tied at 14. Howard serving Essex. The Knights control the serve. Salter to Cassidy Keller. Essex takes the lead. Free ball for Howard. Jessica Turner finds Kelly. Johnson makes him pay. We're tied at 18. Later in the second set, Turner gets it to Kelly. She drops it behind the Knights' front row. Victoria Johnson comes up with a solo stop. 23-19 Dragons. Nicole Eater goes after Taylor Franks. Claudia Valencia back to Franks. Essex is back within 3. Set point for Howard. Big shot by Franks. Amanda Garber digs it out. The Dragons send it over. Cheyenne Salter gives it back to Franks. Denied by Dorothy Hinson. Howard wins the second set by 4. Howard is now 1 set away from 11-0. Kelly continues to give Essex problems defensively. The Dragons get into their system. Kelly to Johnson. That's kill number 17 from the freshman out of Pilate High School. Taylor Franks looks to keep Essex alive. Turner's there for the dig. Kelly delivers a kill on the second contact. Howard wins! Let's go to Terrell Blackwell for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
So Stephanie, tell me a little bit about how in the second period, how you guys stayed focused when they went on a little bit of a rally there.
We normally just come in as a team. We talk about it before, just let's get our heads up, let's get going, because even in practice we'll get frustrated and we work through it anyway, so it just makes it easier on the court.
So Jessica, you guys did a great job on the digging on the back line the whole game. So just tell me a little bit about how you practice that and keep up the excellence in digging.
Well, we've actually been working on a lot of individual stuff at practice. So we do like different like routines and drills, like the double knee drive that she's really good at, and we were all yelling like, "Oh, you did the double knee drive, good job!" So it's a lot of repetitive stuff to make us learn it a lot faster.
And Elise, I want to talk to you just about how you guys, when you're up by a lot and you stay focused and you stay positive throughout the whole game.
We just, like Stephanie said, we come in as a team. We keep our minds on what we're doing. We don't wander off. We just set a goal and we stick to it.
And really quickly, you did a great job serving. Tell me a little bit about how you've improved your serving over the past couple of weeks.
I'd say practice makes perfect. So whenever we're practicing, we're all individually working on something. So I just individually work on my serving and what spot I'm going to hit.
Great job, ladies. Great win. For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Terrell Blackwell.
Now women's soccer takes center stage. The Dragons battle arch rival Montgomery College. Through 2 matches, Howard's defense has been their greatest strength. Coach Seagroves will urge her players to pressure the ball for 90 minutes against the Raptors' high-tempo attack. Montgomery College enters the match as defending national champions. This year, the Raptors have tallied 11 goals and victories over Union and Nassau. Howard and Montgomery College reignite the rivalry. Let's go to the Dragons' lair. First half, Montgomery College sends a free kick into the penalty area. Heather Bodenhammer takes aim and fires. Nicole Twardowitz is there for Howard. Desiree Badzioni takes the free kick. Megan Grimes is on the other end of it. It's batted out by the keeper. Grimes finishes with a quick volley. Howard takes the lead. Grimes puts pressure on the goalkeeper and it pays off. Tremendous effort from the sophomore out of River Hill High School. 17 minutes remaining in the half. Rebecca Anderson swings it in. Kanifa Millings with a header, but it's off the mark. Howard's looking to clear it. Montgomery College regains possession. Here's a chance for the Raptors. Excellent run for Gabrielle Baronis. Badzioni closes her down. 7 minutes till halftime, Baronis is threatening again. She finds Tracy Velasquez open on the far post. Nicole Twardowitz makes the save. The replay shows Twardowitz stopped it inches short of the goal line. Second half, corner kick for Montgomery College. Dangerous ball from Hiba El Kabli. Rachel Rowe pressures the shooter and forces a miss. 25 minutes to play. Shea McCafferty is challenged by Lisa Don. She holds on and passes to El Kabli. She steps up and fires. It's off the crossbar. Anderson throws it in. Here's Kanifa Millings leading the charge for Howard. She flies past 2 defenders. Millings shoots. Ashley Latter keeps the Raptors alive with a diving stop. Montgomery College is staging an attack. El Kabli finds Cecilia Solano on the break. She's all alone, but the shot is wide. Howard knocks off the defending national champions. Let's go to Terrell Blackwell for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
In the first half, when you scored that goal, can you tell me how it felt?
It felt really good. You know, Rockville's always been one of our teams that we've tried to beat. So first 10 minutes getting a goal down, it felt really good for our team, especially, you know, always want to start off strong. So it kind of set the game for everyone else.
And early in the second half, you guys faced some pressure down in your end. Can you tell me how you guys took care of that and recovered from that?
We just had to keep high pressure on the ball and make sure we cleared it out of the back, keep it out of our half, and keep it on their half. We just had to relax, and we kept it out.
Did you get nervous at all towards the end?
There was a couple minutes where it was on our half the entire time, and people were not putting as much pressure as they should have, but we held it together, and we pulled out a win.
Okay, since it's early in the season, tell us how your outlook looks for after this big win.
Well, we're a really strong team, and we have lots of really strong players. We had a lot of injuries this game, and I think that since we came together and like people are playing positions that we haven't played before, the season's looking really good for us.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Terrell Blackwell.
It's a pleasure to introduce head coach Kate Seagroves. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
What was your strategy going into the game against Montgomery College?
In the beginning, it was to try and find a way to put the ball in the back of the net, something we struggle with so far this season. But I had a little wrench going in. 2 of my starting center backs came down with injuries, and I had to pull them out. So I had to completely revamp my entire lineup pretty much 5 minutes before the game. So it was a little stressful and pretty much changed my entire strategy.
Let's talk about that, because I'm sure other coaches go through that every once in a while. You plan on this, and all of a sudden you have to change the lineup. What happens to you as a coach when you do that?
Normally I would stress a little bit. This year we're a little deeper than we've been in the past. So I pulled my 2 center mids over to the side. I explained the situation. I told them they had to sacrifice a little bit for the team. And they said, no problem, coach, whatever you need from us. I dropped them back, and it took away a little bit of our offense, but I was able to put some other people in different positions, and it was actually a good thing because I saw some things from other players that, you know, may help us down the road. So,
absolutely. Tell me about this win. How big of an impact is this win for your program this year?
It's huge. We've had 3 games. We're 1-2, but statistically we've pretty much dominated the play. We had a game against Lackawanna College where we outshot them a pretty large amount, and we were not able to find the back of the net. So to have 2 key starters out, to have to change our lineup 5 minutes prior to the game, to pulling out this win was really, really big and a confidence builder going into our tournament.
You might want to try that more often, huh?
I'd rather not.
Tell me a little bit more about your team this year.
We're filled with potential. We're very strong, one of the strongest teams I've had in the past. It's just a matter of keeping people from the injury bug and actually get them to buy into the system that we're trying to create here.
How important are your captains, and what are their roles this year for you?
I actually don't have captains. I got rid of captains about 5 years ago. I try not to. I've had some issues with it, so I do rely on my sophomores a little bit. I tell them what I need to get across to the girls. I do have them lead the warm-up, but basically when we're going through our warm-up pregame, whoever is ready to go, who is showing leadership, that's who we choose for captains for that particular day.
Now, Coach, you're known throughout the league as a coach who really progresses her team to the point where they are contenders. What kind of progress do you think your team will make this year to keep that going?
Provided we can keep people healthy, I think we're going to go very, very far into our season. We have a very, very young team. I only have 4 girls returning from last year's team. So we're very young, so it's a matter once they buy into what we're doing, they learn my system, and we can find the right people in the right positions. I think we're going to be a team to battle it out for the region finals.
How would you assess the region this year?
Yeah, we've got a lot of teams in the region this year. I think there's 6. Anne Arundel was a Division I team for years. They dropped down to Division III this year, and they're very, very tough. Montgomery College is an extremely tough team year in and year out. They have a new coach, but we battled them very hard the other day. We have Frederick, we have Potomac State, and we have Westmoreland. Potomac State is a team that can sneak up on us, so that's a team we're going to have to prepare for. We are actually traveling out to their program. We'll see them in October, so that gives us a good idea of what we're going to be up against during the regional tournament.
And Westmoreland also, right?
Yeah, that's another team. I'm not too sure. They're a relatively new team. They battled us hard last year, so I would expect the same thing from them this year.
Good luck this year, Coach. I look forward to watching your teams play.
Thank you.
It's time to meet Stefan Dragunov in this month's Dragon Close-Up.
HCC's men's soccer program has built a winning history in recent years, including trips to the National Championship Tournament in 2010 and 2011. And the main reason for this success is a coach with a strong history of his own.
Soccer was a very big part of my life. My dad actually, he was teaching me, first my lessons for this game. When I was 6-7 years old, he brought me for the first time in the stadium, and the stadium was packed over 40,000 people, and it was kind of a moment that I'm never gonna forget in my life.
Dragunov started playing soccer in his native Bulgaria when he was 10, and he was a quick learner. At the age of 17, Dragunov signed up to play professionally. His 17-year career took him to Hong Kong and Portugal before he returned to Bulgaria and started coaching in the Pro League. He then decided it was time to start a new life in the United States.
I was starting being involved with in the community, in Howard community, with the youth club. Then I got the job here in 2004, and we decided to stay and make our lives here in the United States.
Dragunov soon found out that coaching college players in the U.S. was a lot different from coaching professionals in Europe.
It wasn't easy for me just because it was completely different of overseas, how the soccer level is, the soccer structure is. College level, it was completely new for me, a lot of new things, rules.
But he figured out how to adapt his style of coaching to the college game.
Coach Stefan's kind of like a uncle figure to him. The players know when they see Coach that it's business, it's serious. But at the same time, he has the ability to relax with them. He'll even get into the action and play with them a little bit, loosen things up.
I would say his strength as a coach is his knowledge of the game. Every day coming in, we know we're going to learn something because he knows everything there is to know about the game. He knows how to teach us in a way that we can bring it and translate it into the games we play.
I always emphasized on honest relationship with the players. Every time the new group is coming out, I try honestly to put in front of them my expectations, that I treat them fairly, and I expect that will be the same from their side.
Coach Dragunov uses his knowledge to make sure that his players are well prepared for each opponent.
For each game, before we go into the game, we know what the other team's going to be looking like we know how they play, who are their dangerous players and all that.
Against every opponent we play, we know how to take care of every key player they have.
He's very good at knowing the individual skills of the players, their talents, what roles they can perform, what roles they can't. And he sees things that happen in the game, things develop, and is able to substitute a player, make a formation change tactics. He's very good with personalities, when to motivate, when to show frustration, when to show joy, when to let the players relax, when to kind of get them more focused.
He's one of the best coaches I've ever had. He knows how to bring the game to us and just make it easy for us on the field.
I like playing for him because the passion of the game, the passion of the game he has.
Coaching soccer, it's been, something that makes me excited every day. I wake up and I have something to do. I have something to learn, of course, and something to teach.
Stefan Dragunov's love of coaching doesn't stop at the college level. He is very involved in coaching youth soccer in Howard County and also runs the Dragunov School of Soccer. For Dragon's Lair Update, I am Cris Oviedo.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you each and every month on Dragon's Lair Update. And remember, go Dragons!